Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the McKay A9 vertical grip. Now, this is designed specifically for the Sony A9. Those of you wondering why I have it when I no longer have an A9, it's because from what I've read, it's also compatible with the A7R Mark III and likely compatible with the A7 Mark III. So if, like me, you've got the A7R Mark III just sitting here waiting to be used, and I am getting ready to travel. It's time for a little bit of a trip after my 2-year hiatus because of Hurricane Matthew. It was time to get a vertical grip. Now, of course, the Sony vertical grip has a lot to offer. It's really nice, better build quality than this. I will put a link in the description. This was not sent to me for review. You're looking at $120 for actually more functionality, but not as good build quality as what you get direct from Sony for $350 or $300 when they run their promotional sales. Now, again, this does say A9 only, but I can assure you from what I've read, it will work. And of course, I'll follow up if it doesn't with the A7R Mark III and possibly the A7 III as well. So, of course, vertical shooting, double battery capacity, which with the latest generation of the A7 and A9 series, you know, the new battery type is fantastic. So to have two in here, you're good to go basically for, I won't say all day because it really depends what you're actually shooting. You do have user-defined C1 and C2 buttons, a C3 custom function application button, front and rear control dial, and perfect matching, although I believe the button is silver. Let's get this thing out of the box. The only downside that I read, you know, besides it being materially inferior in terms of not the same quality that you'd get from Sony, of course, you do get this handy remote, just like previous generations, which is going to permit you to do things that you can't with the Sony, like time-lapse, which I like a lot. I'll see how well this actually works. It is battery operated for those of you that are curious. But beyond the aesthetic of just having the silver rather than black button, I've also read, I want to say fairly obvious things about this grip, such as that if you do not actually make sure to turn it off when you've turned off the main power switch, it will drain the batteries. And of course, if you don't turn it on when you turn on the camera, you'll have no battery power either, since it's all coming from the vertical grip that you see in my hands right now. So overall, the form and function seem good to me. This is where, of course, you open the bay for the two batteries to sit. These are the Z-type batteries, Sony's latest and greatest addition to their battery type, which was long overdue. You've got a thread right there for, of course, mounting on a tripod, gimbal, I mean, whatever you want to thread in there, you've got it. And your shutter button right here. This is the C1 and C2 I mentioned before. You do have a dial, an actual joystick. So basically mimicking the entire build and look of the A9 vertical grip, but again, not all carbon fiber. There's more plastic here, but you could make the argument that you know, this does end up giving you a lighter all-around package because of the fact that it is not all magnesium alloy and there's more plastic here in play. Because once you get two batteries in here, this is still going to be a heavy device. Of course, if it were the Sony, it would only be heavier. And again, the real difference aesthetically that you're going to notice is that this is silver on the Sony. This is a black shutter button. But that's pretty much it. So again, McKay, I would have appreciated had they sent me one to review. But at $120 and with me gearing up for my trip, this was a no-brainer. Still waiting on my A7 Mark III. Sony really hasn't been able to help me get my hands on one. I ordered one through B&H. Still waiting on that back order for body only. But of course, if I gotta rock the A7 Mark III, I won't be complaining. Any questions or comments about the grip? Go ahead and feel free to post them. Hit that like button. And as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.